guys?
Miss you. Coach Mike Rhoades. Coach, welcome to say a bit about the game and welcome up.
Our best defensive game of the year, full 40 minutes, except for a couple minutes there in the beginning of the second half. We were really locked in on the defensive end. They can really score it. I think they're averaging 90 points a game, and they really shoot the three for 25. Guys did a great job carrying over Coach Scott's scouting report, and I was really proud of them. Not a great floor game. We just gave the other team the ball too many times, but I thought we did a good job on the offensive end of getting the ball hot in the second half. Different guys scoring, finding different ways to score, and I thought some guys off the bench gave us some really good minutes. So it was definitely a team win, and we had 2 good days of practice, and that for sure helped us. But I was really proud of guys the way they carried over the scout report.
You were recruiting Justice Tillman and seeing him in the group. Now he's hit 1,000 career points. What was his impact on the program then? What's it like to see him?
I mean, he's just a great kid. He cares. You guys see how competitive he is. He just works really hard. He wants to be a good player, and he works really hard. I didn't coach him until this year. He's been very coachable for me. I love how hard he tries, and he gets really mad at himself when he makes a mistake because he wants to be perfect. And I keep telling him, you're never perfect, but just keep playing hard and great things are going to happen to you, and they are. And him scoring 1,000 points is something special for him because he's had different roles in this program for 4 years, and he's playing like a senior. He's playing like a guy on a mission, and I'm really proud of him.
Talk about this team coming together after Bucknell. What's your observations where you get other games you had the offense and started, not the defense? Tonight you get the defense with some sloppy play on offense. But overall, you still get the defense. What do you see?
Well, as you know this, if you guard and you make it really hard for them to score, you always have a chance. The way we play on offense, giving the guys freedom, making them be real aggressive, keep the ball hot, I think that always gives you, even when you're a little bit cold, you find different ways to score. I thought that happened for us a little bit. But the guys were committed. I thought we had 2 good days on the defensive end in practice, and it carried over today to the game. I mean, those guys, they scored a lot of points this year. And for us to guard them the way we did and took them out of a lot of stuff, and our guys off the bench and some freshmen really stepped up. We're getting there. We're getting there. So we got to continue to get better because, coming up here we play some really good teams, and if we can play defense like we did today, it's always going to give us a chance.
Specific to the defense, 12% from 3 they shot. And considering some of the numbers you guys have given up in past games, that must be a sigh of relief.
You didn't make that statement early in the year, I'll tell you that. We were a magnet for good shooting teams, and today was look, it doesn't happen overnight as much as we all want it, and I want it, and the guys want it. You just got to keep chipping away and keep working. Our 3-point defense has been pretty good the last couple of weeks, and because we're just continually working on it, and it's becoming more of a, our awareness that you're guarding a 3-point shooter, or where you're on the court, where the guy you're guarding is spaced, and the action that's occurring. And the more minutes you play, the more practice, the more reps, you get better at guarding the 3, and we did that today. So I was really proud of them. But yeah, it's if we can keep people 3 for 25, it's always going to give us a chance.
Sims had a really good night tonight with 16 points. Can you speak on his development, how well he's been coming along?
Well, we recruited him because he's a tough kid and he can shoot the basketball. And he hasn't shot it great percentage-wise, but he's had some really good moments for us. I thought in Maui, he gave us some really good minutes, and he works on his shot. And the biggest thing, I think, Mikkel, he doesn't want to disappoint his teammates and his coaches, so he gets down on himself, and that's what a young guy that occurs once in a while. So we just got to keep juicing him up, gassing him up, and give him confidence. And he can make shots and he can find ways to score, except for that late 50-footer he shot. And he took some really good shots, and guys got him some good shots.
I saw you talking to Johnny, that shot out by the sharp foot in the first half. Was that an instance where you wanted him to be aggressive and shoot?
Yeah, when the clock's down and we call a play for him, that means for him to make a play. And he just didn't do it. You just got to get better. And Johnny's fighting the flu a little bit. It got cold. Didn't feel good at halftime. So, he's just got to fight through that. But it's a learning experience. You got to remember, for his first 3 years, when the clock was going down at the end of the half, he didn't have the ball in his hands. That was Jaquan or Briante. And so this, he knows the ball's going to be in his hands. He's got to make a play, and it wasn't perfect, that one. We're going to learn from that. We'll watch tape tomorrow, and the next time, his approach has been awesome this year. He's been so coachable, so that's why he's going to get better and better. And he'll be mad at himself overnight. He'll get better at it tomorrow.
Can you give a comment on Isaac's status or how he's progressing? Because that's why he's not walking around with the dude.
Yeah, I mean, he had the last 2 days, he did a lot more moving around with the trainer and the strength coach, shooting jumpers, moving around a little bit, but not in live action yet. I can't BS. It's getting better. Not as fast as you or I want it, but it's getting better. Hopefully, he's going to have some more time here that he's going to keep rehabbing hard. But he is moving around more, and he has less pain than he has since he sprained it the second time. So hopefully we get him moving here pretty soon and get him into practice.
I know you've got one more game left in the non-conference with VMI, but I wonder if you could rate how you feel going into conference play, 10 being we're going to win this thing and go undefeated, and 0 being we're not going to win a game in the conference.
I'm always at a 10, man. I'm always at a 10 the way I think. Look, you guys have seen it. There's moments we could play with anybody in the country, but there's also moments, and you saw some of it today, that we don't give ourselves a chance to play with anybody, and then we're everywhere in between. We've had some very consistent moments, and everybody's like, oh, they're figuring it out. And then we've had some moments where you can't play like that to win the A10. But I also think we can play with anybody in the A10. Not just play with them. I think we can beat A10 teams. But it's really hard. And we're not going to make any excuses. We got to just continually keep grinding and fighting. And I'm excited about this team's growth. I'm excited about how much they like playing with each other and how well they're playing with each other. I like how hard they're practicing. I really like how our bench and our young guys are working and their attitudes. Sometimes when you're a freshman and you're not playing as much as you want, you're like, well, my time will come next year. We don't have one guy like that. What I love is Lewis is going at Tillman every day in practice, and Marcus is going at Till every day at practice, and then Sean Mobley and Chris Lane are going at each other. And these guys want minutes. It's only making our program better. So that stuff's going to help us in the A10 without a doubt. And I think, look how much we've improved from October 1st, from October 16th till now. I still think we can get a lot better until January and February and March, without a doubt. But there's no guarantees. So, we got to be humble in our approach, and we got to fight like crazy. And if we play defense like we did today, and we play offense like some of the other games, we start putting that stuff together. Johnny keeps leading us. Tillman keeps showing everybody the way to go. That's only going to make us better. And we go on the road in the A10 or we have it at home, we're going to put ourselves in a chance to win games, and that's what I think we can do.
Coach, I know you got one more non-conference. Some coaches will tighten up their bench going into conference play. Based on health, based on some of your young guys, just based on your style, you okay with playing as many guys?
Yeah, no, we're playing all these dudes because, number one, they're all getting better and they're helping us. It's great for morale. The people have asked me what was one of the best things about being an assistant here. I said because we played so many guys, the team morale was awesome. Look, we had David Hinton, who was a walk-on for 4 years. He knew he was going to play, so he came into practice the next day, even if it was 2 minutes or 8 minutes the night before. He came into practice trying to get better because he wants more minutes, because he knows he's going to play. A freshman, Tyler May, is playing minutes in the beginning of a game. He's playing minutes. He wants more minutes. And then when he's playing well in the games, he comes into practice and says, I got to learn this. I got to get better at this. It's unbelievable for morale. And then when you have a freshman like Marcus Santos Silva, or when Big Lou makes a play, our guys are so excited for those guys. I think it's great for morale. When I was at Randolph-Macon, that bench was really short, and we had 12 other guys on the bench waiting until next year. And, man, I wish I had that over. And we were pretty darn good then. There's times when you go with certain guys a little bit more than others, but our guys can play, and that bench could help us. We talk about being an army. I think our army is bigger and stronger than others, and that bench could really help us.
Coach, just a sort of an interesting substitute thing that I've noticed you've done that I hadn't really seen from previous coaches. About 2 minutes in, you'll bring Tyler off the bench. Are you able to talk about sort of the?
Yeah, well, Johnny is so fired up, and you know I think he gets himself to a point where very early in the game he needs that quick blow to get that second win that quick, and so let's give it to him. Now sometimes when he comes out, he just gets up and goes back in when he's ready, or sometimes it's maybe a little bit longer. He's very good at no. I need a little bit longer of a blow here. You know, with Malik, I don't want to leave Malik on the bench sitting there and get tight because he just got loose for 25, 30 minutes. And, you know, when you have an ankle like that or whatever it is with an injury, you want to keep it warm. I don't know if you guys see him, but he's always stretching with the band to keep it engaged. So, hey, let's get him in, and we'll do that with some other guys. And sometimes you get that. And there's a lot of times we sub before the media timeout. So we get Justin maybe a minute of live action and the timeout and another 30 seconds. It gives him a longer blow, but it's not as much actual game time. So you'll see that. We'll continue to do that. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. See you Friday.